Hello again, this is the third video of this demo series. In this video, I will show you how to use different terms or tokens from the documents to perform classification and be more organized with your data inside the document you are storing into this repository managed by the autonomous database in Oracle Cloud. So if I go back to my documents here, the one I just uploaded was about the quality of service management in Oracle 19c, and I can see the metadata for this document. I can ask the AI engine again to extract the most important terms in this document, so these are like important words that have been identified as decisive when the information is analyzed by a retrieval engine like the AI vector search. And you will get a list of these terms on the screen that is going to be stored as metadata for the document, and you can use to organize your information into your documents. So you can see here that it already identified some terms into the document with the score number. This is an Oracle text token identification, which I'm performing because all the terms I'm extracting, I'm going to use them to define tokens for Oracle text to be able to process and to index the text data in my documents in order to be able to retrieve documentation information from my documents and from my documentation faster. So this takes a little bit like the previous tasks, and you can see here I have a list of all the terms that have been identified in my document, and I can use these terms to define them as tokens, as Oracle text tokens. For example, this term here, accurate, I can click on this one and say add token. And I'm going to create this as a token, the word accurate. So if I also average response time, for example, I can identify as a token because this is an important term I could use, not just in this document, because once I identify and I define a token, this token will be used in all the documents I have in my repository. Also, the application performance, I think this is also a very important term here. I can define as a token, and I can use this to search for the information to be able to classify the information in my document. You can see here, each document will be searched by the most important tokens, and those tokens will be extracted and will be displayed under the document metadata on the screen. Also, if you go to the vectors, you can see each chunk in my vectors, they have the most important tokens identified, and also you have the number of the score, Oracle text scoring mechanism for those tokens, along with the token context, with the token word. So you see here management 41. Also, there are chunks or parts of the document where no tokens have been identified as important words in the document processing, but most of the chunks will have defined tokens. How do you manage tokens? Tokens can be managed into your Oracle text thesaurus. The thesaurus is a dictionary, let's say, if you want to explain it like this, or it's a repository of tokens. And each token has a different meaning. For example, one term can have synonyms, can be part of a broader term, or can have narrower terms underneath, or can be related to other terms, to other tokens. How do you specify the relationship between tokens? You can have this graphical interface I'm using here of Oracle Application Express or Oracle Apex that can be used to manage the thesaurus in Oracle text. in your database, and you can also manage the relationship between the tokens and the terms. So let me show you the ADB example. ADB basically means in our slang, autonomous database. So you can see here, ADB has as a synonym autonomous database and Oracle Autonomous Database. It is related to Oracle Autonomous Data Guard, Oracle Autonomous Health Framework, and Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. These are the tokens that the ADB or the Autonomous Database is related to. The broader term is Oracle Cloud Services, because this is a database cloud service we have in OCI, in Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. And the narrower terms are the flavors of the autonomous database we have available. We have Autonomous Data Warehouse, or ADW, Autonomous Transaction Processing, or ATP. And here we have the full term, which is actually, these are synonyms. And once, if you relate to a token, and that token has synonyms, all the synonyms are also added to the relation. And you can also add relations. For example, let me see if I have, I don't know, autonomous related to cloud. To cloud infrastructure, create. So ADB is related to cloud infrastructure. Now, you see here, I created a new relationship about this token, and I'm going to apply changes. My token thesaurus is going to be refreshed. And now you can see here under ADB, under the related terms, I also have cloud infrastructure, which has been recently added by me. So you can see here how I can go back to my vectors, to my documents I'm storing into this repository. I can look at the vectors, and I can have my tokens analyzed by at the document level, or vector by vector at the chunk level. And I can use this method to be able to classify my documents and to organize my documents in clusters, in different classes, in different shelves, let's say, like that, into my repository. Another method I can use to classify documents is to look into the individual lines. For example, I can define different line types, different types of line for each one of the lines I have into my documents. Let's take this chunk, for example. This is the first chunk of the technical paper I just imported and vectorized in my repository. And for each one of the lines I have that have been extracted by my repository from this document, I can define a type of line. So let's say this line is a title. This is also part of the title of the document, because it goes into more details about, and this one also, it's also about the title of the document. And then I have monitoring and managing. This is again about the title of the document, because all of these lines are basically part of the title of the document here at the beginning of the document. And then I have Oracle White Paper, May 2021, and the table of contents. So I can say this is an info line, because this is the type of paper, technical paper. And the table of contents, I have it up to, so from line 6 to line 16. And I can save these lines, and then I say from line 6 to line 16, this is an index line, type of line. And I'm going to set those lines as index. So you can see here, I have this lines defined as index, and then I start with the introduction, which is pure text, and then I say pure text. Of course, this is a manual way of setting the type of line for each individual line, but you can use Oracle Machine Learning to learn from pre-labeled information and to create a model that can be trained on your data to be able to set the types of the lines for the other documents you are just importing into your repository. So you can see here, I have no line types for the second chunk. And also for the third chunk, I don't have any kind of line times defined here, but I can use Oracle machine learning to set this type of line automatically. Thank you for watching.